Did you know that hundreds of successful people have shared their stories in books, revealing exactly how they achieved success? Yet, so many people don't read them. Why is that? One book could save you years of trial and error. Every successful person I know is an avid reader. Their curiosity drives them to keep learning. They read, and read some more. I once heard someone say, if you want to hide wealth from the average person, put it in a book. That hit me hard, not as an insult, but as the truth. Most people complain about their circumstances but won't spend an hour reading a book that could change their life. Years ago, I was broke, frustrated, and searching for answers. I asked my mentor, how do I get rich? He didn't give me money. Instead, he handed me a book. At first, I was skeptical. I needed money, not words. But he smiled and said, you're broke because of what you don't know. Learn what the wealthy know, and you'll have what the wealthy have. That was a turning point. I realized that money follows knowledge. Millionaires, business owners, and investors aren't just lucky, they think differently because they've learned differently. Most of their wisdom didn't come from school, it came from books. Life is like a game, and books are the instruction manuals. The wealthy succeed because they've studied the rules. Meanwhile, others struggle because they never took the time to learn them. The real question is, will you? Will you invest in your mind the way millionaires do, or will you keep hoping for success while ignoring the very thing that creates it? I used to believe success was about working harder, putting in more hours and effort. But then I met a man who was wealthy, wise, and in control of his life. I asked him for his secret. He said, it's not about working harder, it's about thinking better. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Limited thinking leads to a limited life. Small ideas lead to small results. The quickest way to expand your thinking? Read. Most people live inside a mental box, trapped by beliefs they were taught as children. They think money is hard to get, success is for the lucky, or they'll never be rich. These limiting thoughts keep them stuck. They never feed their minds new ideas, so they stay exactly where they are, frustrated and stagnant. Successful people, on the other hand, are always learning. They devour books, attend seminars, and listen to mentors because they know that one idea, just one, can change everything. I remember the first time I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It completely rewired my brain. I thought, why didn't anyone teach me this in school? That's what books do. They introduce you to new people, strategies, and worlds you never imagined. They break down your limiting beliefs and replace them with knowledge, confidence, and power. If you want to be wealthy, don't just work harder, think bigger. And to think bigger, start reading. The gap between where you are and where you want to be could be just one idea away. Books are the cheapest, most accessible mentors you'll ever have. For a few dollars, you can sit down with a billionaire, a world-class thinker, or a legendary leader. You can't call Henry Ford or invite Andrew Carnegie over for dinner, but their wisdom and strategies await you in books. I once picked up Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. At the time, I was struggling in business and relationships. That book showed me how to communicate, build connections, and lead. It was like having Carnegie himself as a mentor, all for the cost of a meal. But here's the catch, most people won't take advantage of this. They'll spend money on entertainment or waste hours scrolling on their phones but won't invest in a $10 book that could change their life. Wealthy people know better. They understand that success leaves clues, and those clues are written down, waiting to be discovered. Every great leader, successful entrepreneur, and millionaire I've met has been a reader, not because they had to, but because they wanted to. They knew that the right book at the right time could save them years of struggle. So, here's my challenge to you. Will you take advantage of the readily available knowledge? Will you read the books that could open doors to new opportunities? Your income is directly tied to your personal growth. You don't get paid for time, you get paid for the value you bring to the marketplace. And that value comes from knowledge, skills, and insights, the things you learn. Every book you read increases your earning potential. It sharpens your mind, expands your thinking, and equips you to solve bigger problems. The marketplace rewards problem solvers. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. The cost of not knowing is far greater than the cost of any book. Some people say they can't afford books but spend money on things that don't serve them. The real question isn't whether you can afford books, it's whether you can afford not to read them. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. Warren Buffett spends hours each day reading. Why? Because they know that knowledge compounds. Each book adds another layer of understanding, another tool in the toolbox, and another step toward success. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Action is the key. A book is just a tool, and a tool left on the shelf builds nothing. You must apply what you learn. The wealthy don't just read books, they use the knowledge to make decisions, form habits, and build strategies. Don't just collect information, apply it. Because reading fills your mind with knowledge, but action fills your pockets with wealth. Opportunities don't just appear, you must be prepared for them. Books are the easiest, cheapest, and fastest way to prepare for the success waiting for you. The answers are out there, written in books filled with strategies, wisdom, and experiences from those who've walked the path. The question is, will you pick up the right book before the opportunity arrives? Or will you wait until it's too late? Don't wait until life tests you to start learning. Feed your mind before the challenges come, because they will come. Books are like seeds, plant them early, nurture them, and watch them grow. The right book at the right time can change your thinking. Change your thinking, and you'll change your actions. Change your actions, and you'll change your life.